Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Sirianatarot. This is going to be a you versus them love reading for my dearest Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I'm going to look at your energy on the right, your person's energy on the left, and then we're going to see what's happening between you right down the middle. At any point, feel free to swap the energies if that resonates with your situation. And just a quick note before we get started, if you're currently in no communication or processing silence in this connection, I did recently publish a no communication journal that some of you may find supportive. The link is down below if you'd like to explore it. If these messages resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for those of you interested in a private reading, those links are also down below. All right, my lovely Sagittarius, let's get into this. We're going to start with their energy. All right, the Ace of Swords in reverse. So it does look like some of you are not in communication here with this person. This can also indicate dishonesty, but we'll see. Yep, you're showing up as the Queen of Swords in reverse. Some of my Saggies, you are pissed, all right? And we see the Hierophant in reverse. So it looks like you are in separation from this person, Taurus energy. And we see the Queen of Cups. So this person could have strong water in their chart. I was going to say Aries, Leo, or Sag. Interesting. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I feel this person, looking at this card intuitively, I feel like this person knows that they've hurt you or they've disappointed you. Now, this could be an ex, or this could be somebody that you, you're fighting with, you're not speaking to. Now, the Ace of Swords in reverse, I do feel that it's possible this person was dishonest with you, or you're just not, not in communication. They're showing up as the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This person's not taking action towards you right now, Sag. I do think there's an awareness here that things have to be done differently. And they're viewing you as the Knight of Wands in reverse. For some of my Saggies, this person may be projecting onto you, a lack of commitment, or, getting angry or triggered and, making or taking impulsive action. Some of you, they may be projecting onto you, like infidelity, or, like an energy, like a player type energy. Queen of Swords energy in reverse. Sag tells me that you're angry, you're upset, you've cut this person off. Yeah, the Queen of Swords in reverse is not to be messed with. World energy in reverse. But there is a part of you here, Sag, that feels like there's some unfinished business. Now, I don't know if that's you feeling like you need more answers, like you want to hear their explanation, you're hoping for an apology, maybe it's not a connection you're quite ready to give up on, okay, and you're viewing them as the Seven of Wands. I'm going to read this card intuitively. I mean, the Seven of Wands can be somebody that you see as the best of the best. It's a very successful energy. But in this particular Seven of Wands, this person is not in a defensive pose. They're I'm getting an energy of arrogance off of the Seven of Wands, and I feel like that's what's frustrating you. Because it's like this person is like, they're in a really vulnerable position. They're in a victorious stance. Successful, like they've reached some sort of success, and they're not worried about anything. They're not bothered by anything. Their positioning is, they're not worried about getting hurt here. So I do kind of feel like there's a little bit of arrogance here. Like you see this person being successful, maybe getting a lot of attention. I mean, you might see this being a connection worth fighting for if this has just been a fight or an argument. But I do feel like some of my Saggies here, like you're annoyed, frustrated, angry, pissed off at this person. You choose which one. You know where you are on that spectrum of feelings. But also mostly because you also see them as quite arrogant. Hierophant energy in reverse tells me what's going on here is there's separation, or there's a lack of compatibility. Some of you, your friends and family, don't really love this connection for you. Now, with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, I do feel, and I get a little bit of that arrogant energy from this person, they feel like things can be healed. They feel like, I do kind of get a little flippant energy from this person, like that they feel like this can be healed, or they can heal this connection. It can be brought back into stability. And you're viewing the connection as the Knight of Cups in reverse, which is not really knowing what to believe. Have you, are your feelings here real? Is this person a player? Is this something you can emotionally invest in? Four of Wands in reverse, Sag, you're feeling the instability and the distance here, and you're feeling, you're questioning whether or not this is the connection for you. All right, let's see what we need to know about this person. All right, we see child magical, so pessimism, depression, and disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. That makes a lot of sense with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this person has been lazy with you. They may have really given you like some pessimistic ideas about like where this relationship was going, or about commitment in general. But believing that energy and action are not required for growth is huge, because that's kind of what I'm getting here. Like they kind of feel like, I feel like this is the type of person that, last minute, they're used to like last minute being able to fix things versus actually putting in the work over time. So not loving that can be frustrating. And we see child eternal, inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. So some of my Saggies here, I feel like you have somebody here who really is lacking maturity. And, I don't know, some of you, I do think you may have really evolved past this person. I know these are not necessarily the messages that you want to hear, but I feel this is really the truth here. Okay, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know about this person? Getting crumbs. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you. Now, again, maybe this person does breadcrumb you, Sag, but I kind of feel like, I'm kind of getting like a little bit of a Delulu energy here. Like, I do feel like this person, wait for someone who adores you. It's like they expect to be loved and adored at all times. And I feel, Sag, you've called them out on something. You've called them out on not pulling their weight. You've called them out on, bad behavior. And they're like, oh, you don't adore me. You don't love me. So I'm getting this like, I'm getting like this victim mentality just for you speaking the truth to them. This can be very hard to deal with. It's very deflecting, versus like, rather than them looking at what they've done wrong, or where they're not showing up for you or not showing up in the relationship, they're taking your criticism as personal, as they should, but like as a personal attack, rather than you saying, my needs aren't getting met, or, this feels imbalanced. And they're, like, oh, I need somebody who's going to love me for who I am, but not wanting to acknowledge their flaws. Interesting. Yeah, and not talking. So we see that in their energy, the Ace of Swords. You aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. So this person definitely has a blocked throat chakra. They may expect you, Sag, to be a mind reader. Okay, that can be very exhausting. It doesn't have to be a deal breaker, but it can be extremely exhausting. And I'm feeling like a lot of you're emotionally more intelligent or mature than this person, to be honest. Okay, what they want to say to you is, I want to call you and hear your voice. Okay, and I feel unclear about where we stand. All right, so let's see what's hidden here. Anything hidden here for my Sagittarius that they need to know at this point? Rejection, okay, and hung up on the past. Okay, some of you, this person is hung up on a rejection that happened in the past, and so that kind of keeps them from, emotionally investing. I just feel that this person still has some work to do, Sag, and I kind of feel like I'm connecting with my more evolved Sagittarius who are getting tired of, maybe having to drag this person across the finish line, or trying to like decipher what they mean, or how they feel. It feels emotionally immature, guys. All right. Their next action towards you, Queen of Wands. So taking action, and we get the Lovers card in reverse, but it's not going to be like long lasting action. So this person might come in and try to fix things by really focusing on the passion and focusing on the physical. But with the Lovers card energy in reverse, it's like they're not fully 100% 100% committed to growth. It's like they're hearing you criticize them, but they're not hearing what needs to be done or how you're really feeling. I'd be, this is definitely something to think about, Sag. Something to think about here. Advice and guidance for my Sagittarius, please. We get to victim mindset. You feel the world is against you, and this will only cause you to attract more negative results. Stop the blame and take responsibility for your happiness. Only then will abundance start to flow. Now, this really is a lot of what I'm picking up on your person's energy, Sag, but for some of you, it's time for you to take responsibility for your happiness. And it feels like this, right now, this energy is not it. So we see forgiveness. Withholding forgiveness only hurts you and prolongs the pain. It's time to forgive someone or maybe even yourself so you can stay on the path of your highest potential. Yeah, and forgiveness, Sag, is how we heal and release karma. Okay? And, it may be time to forgive this person, which doesn't mean to say it's okay for not treating you right. But forgiving this person allows you to move forward. And for some of you, maybe for a lot of you, it may be moving forward without this person. All right? And we see take a chance. It's time to step outside your comfort zone. The world is waiting for you to take a chance. When you do, you'll be rewarded with newfound confidence and enthusiasm and will begin to attract new results. This is the message, Sag. You're ready for that. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.